Hello everyone, this is Randy here. Another episode of Farming Simulator 15. And we are playing on the Coldborough Park Farms map on the RDAllen multiplayer server. Just myself on at the moment, and I thought we'd do a little harvesting here. We got canola. And of course we got the big CR1090 with a 45-foot header. And a trailer that's probably entirely too small for this combine. But anyway. That was interesting. Let's get in the combine. It's something I don't think I've done a whole lot on this map yet, actually, is harvesting. Mainly been doing other odds and ends, planting, working with the animals, etc. I thought we'd do a little harvesting here this episode. And I was also considering, too, it's probably about time to change the map again from the looks of it. We've pretty much upgraded everything. We own most, if not all, the fields. There's a few grass fields we don't own, but for the most part we own all the fields. We have access to all the biggest equipment that we could ever want. So yes, I think it's probably about time to change maps again. I know you guys have suggested a couple of maps already. And I'm going to suggest one here myself, and you guys can let me know what you think. And that's going to be the newbie farm with the soil mod. It seems like a right good challenge for anybody out there. So yeah, if folks want to let me know what you think of that, you want the newbie farm, it'll be with a soil mod, of course. So you'll obviously have to have the newbie farm, you'll have to have the soil mod. I'm not sure if there's any other mods we have to have after that. I'll have to research that a little more, but so yes, let me know what you guys think on that, and of course if you got any other suggestions as well. I know a couple of you have suggested the Idaho map. Probably won't do that one. The map is a little bit on the buggy side. I don't like that for a server, so that one's kind of out in my opinion. And I know a couple of you have suggested the family farm as well. Another good map. It is a little bit small in my opinion for multiplayer, but if you guys want that one, you'll let me know on that one too. So yes, looking at probably another week or so, I'll probably look at changing out the server, maybe next weekend or something like that. You know, some point where I actually have time to make sure, you know, get everything uploaded and ready to go and all that good stuff. And, you know, give you guys a couple days to let me know what you think of map choices. Yeah, even though this map here is on hard, it didn't seem too challenging for you guys to quickly upgrade on this map. You know, it didn't take us long to get quite a few fields. You know, we got quite a bit of equipment laying around. Yeah, if you look at the garage here, I mean, we're got a couple small tractors yet, mainly for loader purposes. And yeah, just the list of equipment. We still have the small combine yet. I'm not sure why I haven't bothered upgrading that, but anyway, we got the big combine, we got the Crone, we got the headers to go with it. What is this? This is potatoes. We got sugar beets. Plethora of trailers, planters, cultivators, mowers, pickup wagons, mixing wagons, tedders, rakes, fertilizers, more fertilizers for baling equipment. Yeah, front end loaders, telehandlers, and let's see, what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, we'll say 5 big Fendt tractors and 1 small Fendt tractor. So yeah, we're doing quite well on this map, to say the least. And on the next map, we'll probably get rid of the Fendt tractors. May or may not, depending on what map we go to, add additional tractors. I think I mentioned this a while back. Probably maybe add a couple of good John Deere tractors to the map. That depends, though. If I do the soil mod, we might not add any. We'll just stick with the in-game equipment for that map. That was a nice turn. Okay, and we'll read some comments here from the last few episodes. I know it's been about a week since I've recorded an episode, so there are a few comments to read here. Probably won't get through all of them, but we'll see how far we get. And yes, I haven't recorded anything in a while because I've been down with a nasty, I don't know, cold or flu or whatever. Something really bothered my throat, so I had trouble talking, really made my throat sore, so that's kind of why there was no episodes. Okay, Alex was saying, I love all the mods. You should add more trucks. Yes, I really should go find some more nice trucks to add to my list of mods. I think I've only got maybe 3 or 4, but I would kind of consider somewhat nice trucks at the moment. I guess the main reason I don't is because I look for the trucks, and a lot of times you see the European ones, and I tend to skip over those. I know there's a couple of Scania trucks out there. Oh, there's a couple other European trucks as well. Like I said, I tend to just kind of glance over and pass on by. I tend to like the more American-style trucks myself, so... And, again, that's typically what I see in my area, so... you see the Peterbilts and the Macs and all those types of trucks. Joel was asking, can I get a shout-out? Yes, indeed, you can, to Joel. Parker was saying the Idaho map should be the next multiplayer map. Yeah, like I said, probably won't be just because there's a couple bugs on that map, and that just doesn't seem like a good idea to me for being multiplayer. You got multiplayer, you really want your mods and maps and everything to be super, super stable without any problems, and I mean any, if possible. And so far, yeah, this map's been pretty good for that. I've had to fix it a couple of times, mainly just the server shutting off, and I'm not sure exactly why that is. But yeah, for the most part, this has been running pretty flawlessly on the server, which is a good thing for sure. And I know I mentioned this before. Parker's been saying this left this in a couple of times in the comments. He's had some trouble with his mods getting modified, and I think we may have sorted out what his problem was. It's something I've had happen to myself a few times, and I've caught what I've done, so I know what's happening. But yeah, he happened to mention his mods were getting modified, and he mentioned that the mod size grew. That I think, what was it here? Yeah, I think he said the mod started out at like 6 megs, and now it's like 26 megs. I'm like, well, that's interesting. How did it get 20 megs bigger? Then I happen to think, and I've done this myself before, when I download my mods, I download them to a different folder. I download them to the downloads folder, and then I move them over to my mods folder inside the farming sim folder. Drag and drop them sometimes. Normally I copy paste them, but every now and then I'll drag and drop them as well. And if you're not careful when you drag and drop, you'll drag and drop it into a mod. So let's just say, for example, you got the Fent mod, and you got the other Fent mod. We got the Fent 939, and you got the Fent 936. Well, if you drag the Fent 936 into your mods folder, you accidentally drag it into the Fent 939 mod, it'll go inside there. It won't work, obviously. The Fent 939 probably will still work. That don't bother it. It doesn't affect that none. But when you go to play multiplayer, then the mods won't match because there's extra data in there. And it sounds like that is what's happening to Parker, so I think we finally got his issues sorted out. Very interesting one, to say the least. So just a word to the wise there, and like I said, I've done this before myself. You go drag and drop your mods in, you actually drop it into another mods zip folder, It'll obviously go in there. That's not a problem. Just when you go to play multiplayer, then it'll be a problem. Parker also suggested I add the New Holland Combine Pack. For those of you who have not seen that, there's on farmingsim.com, right on the official Farming Sim website there. They have a New Holland Combine Pack. Comes with, I think, 4 or 5 different combines. Wouldn't be a bad pack at all to add. We have to look at doing that. I haven't actually used the pack myself yet. I've seen it, but I haven't used it. Latio was asking, do you know if Mod Hoster is safe or not? Mod Hoster is safe. Pretty much all the mod sites are safe. It's just the advertisements that you gotta look out for. That's the problem. As well as the pop-ups. That's the main problem, most of the mod sites. And like I said, for the most part, FSUK is a safe one. They do have pop-ups, but I've never seen any bad pop-ups. You know, pop-ups that are going to install crap on your computer you don't want. Comment from Jeff says, great video. Thank you very much for that. Hopefully you get the potatoes figured out. He says also on mine he's missing the water trough for the cows. What did you do in this area? And keep the videos coming. I haven't done nothing with water for cows, and he's talking about the Idaho map here, by the way. So I'm not sure about the water. I don't think they had water on the Idaho map for the cows. I'll have to look at that again. Oop, that was a lag spike. Thought the game might be crashing there for a moment. And I know a couple of you guys have suggested I should get a bigger trailer on the map here. We do have the Crampy. I'm not sure if that's the biggest one or not. I don't think it is. But yeah, I've kind of resisted doing that because getting in out of that farmyard there with a bigger trailer is really difficult. So yeah, for the most part, this trailer serves its purpose. This combine is rapidly sliding downhill. What do you folks think? Oh man. Reminds me of a professional farmer. Although I don't think professional farmer even slid this fast down the hill. And what else here? Oh, Jeff, for the potatoes he was mentioning. Hope you got the potatoes figured out. Yes, I did. And I did not mention that here in the last episode of Idaho I recorded. I forgot to mention that. Do not put potatoes in the cat trailers, apparently. At least not on the Idaho map, anyway. I haven't taken time to try it on other maps yet. I don't know, maybe if anybody else can comment on that and has put potatoes in the cat trailer packs, let me know. But yes, that was the problem. Put potatoes in the cat trailers that will cause them to crash. Cause the game to crash. So I simply bought another different branded trailer. I'll have to try to remember to show you guys that next episode on the Idaho map. So yes, just a word to the wise there. And like I said, maybe this is map related too, I'm not sure. But when I went to put potatoes in the cat trailers, well, yeah, they don't show up here because I don't have the mods loaded in multiplayer. But from the cat pack, the cat trailers, doesn't make a difference either one of the two. They both do it, and your game will crash if you do that. So less than ideal there. When I did get all the potatoes sold, I used a different trailer. Set it up with Courseplay, of course, obviously. Courseplay had nothing to do with it. Even if I had loaded the trailer up myself manually, it would cause the game to crash as soon as you started putting potatoes in it. Becky was asking, can you give me a shout out, please? Yes, indeed, I can. So a shout out to Becky there. And a comment from Jacob here. He was saying on American Eagle Modding there, they have a John Deere 2720 cultivator slash ripper. I'm not exactly sure what you call that. It's kind of a ripper, chisel plow, cultivator, disc, all in one type of unit thing. They do have a name for it. I forget what they call that again, and I have to look. But very nice looking device. Hopefully we'll get around to using it on the Idaho map at some point. Got to get some money to buy it with first. Ron was saying on the Idaho map here, what a pain in the butt. My condolences. I'm not exactly sure what he's referring to here, but I know there's a couple of pains in the butts there on the Idaho map last episode, so I'm not exactly sure which one he's referring to specifically there, but yeah, so we had that tree, and then we had that stinking planter that doesn't, actually I think it was a stinking field that didn't want to get replanted. I forget the field number again, but yeah, hired worker forever kept stopping. He would not keep going for some reason. I don't know why, but yeah, that was a pain in the butt. And of course, that tree in the middle of the field too is annoying. Got rid of most of it though, so it's not quite so bad. Still annoying, that little spiky thing he's sticking up that I cannot get rid of for some reason. Now, like I said, if I took the time to go into Giants Editor, I'm sure I could delete it out, but I don't care that much that I'm going to bother taking the time to do that, so. And why did we stop? I'm not sure. I don't even have my hand on the keyboard and it stopped. Busy scrolling through the comments here. Ross W says he crashed the server again. Please don't ban him. Yeah, it seems like I should be banning you. I think you crashed the server 3 times now, if I remember correctly. I think that's more than anybody else I can attribute it to at this point. Let's see, what else do we have? Comments. Zach was saying the seeder you are using can cultivate and seed in one path instead of having to go over twice. Just thought I'd give you the heads up on that. And he says also, always great videos, keep them up. Thank you very much for that. And yes, I'm well aware that both the seeders I have can, this is the Idaho map, can cultivate and plant at the same time. Or can do, as I like to call it, no-till. And no-till drills. I don't think either. Let's see, does that have cultivating? Yeah, it might actually have some cultivating capacity on this one. I don't believe this one has any at all. I'd have to look at the Vaderstad seeder there. Both the seeders I have in the Idaho map are modeled after the Vaderstad there. The one is simply a John Deere skin, and the other one's just a wider version. I don't remember how wide that is. I think it's 12 meters or something like that, maybe 9 meters. Robert was saying he just watched all of these videos. I think he's referring to the Coldborough Park Farms map series here. Says he watched all of these videos back to back. So quite a bit of watching there. I think this is, what, probably episode 10 or 11 here for Coldborough Park's Farm, I'd like to say. He also says, great map you have going. I'm hoping once I get moved, I can convince my wife to allow me to buy a gaming PC and join in the fun, as he's currently stuck playing 2013 and only has about 10 to 15 frames a second on 2013. That is not much for 2013, I'll have to say that. Wow. But yeah, definitely do some begging and pleading there. Maybe your wife will let you have a gaming computer. And by the way, just a note on the gaming computers too, you can pretty much turn any computer into a gaming computer. All you need is a graphics card. That's the biggest thing there. I mean, obviously a good CPU and lots of RAM helps, but when it comes right down to it, your graphics card is the single most important item. And this combine is rapidly sliding down the hill. I expect any moment for it to, oh, you know what? The trailer's sliding down the hill too yet. Okay. Interesting. If I'm in it, does it slide down the hill? No, I don't think it's sliding with me in it. If I get out. Yeah, so look at that. Then it starts sliding, don't it? Interesting. So if you're in it, it don't slide. Okay, just about have this field done here. Okay, one more pass and I think we'll have it here. Okay, and that does it for Field 9. That didn't take too long. Mind you, someone did start on it already, but it doesn't take long to do a field of this size with that big a combine. So yeah, so that I think we'll wrap up the episode here. I'm just going to take this and empty it. So yes, just a reminder here too, if you guys have any comments on what you want for the next map, like I said, my suggestion is going to be the newbie farm with the soil mod. So yes, if you guys want to see that map, let me know. Or if you want to see another one, let me know on that one as well. And again, like I've done in the past, I kind of just pick from the comments what video seems to be winning. So whoever suggests it the most or least or whatever, something like that, we'll go with that. And it'll probably be another week or so yet before I change the maps. Also, stay tuned. There should be another video going up shortly, or maybe it'll go up before this one, I'm not sure. Something a little bit extra for Farming Sim. Starting another little series here, so hopefully you guys enjoy that video as well. Like I said, it'll probably either be going live before this or after this, somewhere in there. And no hints as to what it is. You guys have to watch and see. So yeah, so that, folks, we'll call it an episode there. If folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them below. And as always, thanks for watching, and until next time.